Hey guys, Real Pacino with SportsGamerShow here. Before I start, make sure to subscribe to the SportsGamerShow YouTube channel. Make sure to like this video and leave your thoughts on the comments. I wanted to do a quick video on the news that broke today in regards to EA Sports bringing back college football. Now, there's no release date for this game yet. In fact, the company said you're probably not going to see this game this year. However, this is big news regardless, because the last time EA Sports released a college football game was way back in 2013 with NCAA Football 14. This featured former Michigan quarterback Denard Robinson on the cover. Now, I guess one of the big questions is, how can EA Sports create such a game with all the legalities involving player likeness, player names, etc.? Well, through a partnership with the collegiate licensing company, the game will have the logos, stadiums, uniforms, and game day traditions of more than 100 schools. EA Sports said it's monitoring the developments involving the use of athletes' names, images, and likenesses, which are not slated to be included as of now. However, with the legal ramifications in flux, we may see that change prior to the game being released. Now, this is such impactful news, right? Because as we all know, the NCAA football franchise is pretty significant. The only sort of football game out there today is Madden. There isn't anything else, right? NCAA football was an alternative to Madden back in 2013 and years prior, right? In fact, it's more unique than the NFL because there's no other major American sports like college football today, right? You have more than 100 teams. The recruiting aspect of college football plays an important role and is unique to college football. It was just a different type of game, which is why a game like NCAA Football 14 still to this day is relevant, right? People still create roster updates for this game. People have kept their 360s for this game. It's had that big of an impact on sports video games. So the fact that we are getting an NCAA football game back, although we don't know exactly when that'll be, but the fact that EA Sports has announced that they're going to be coming back with a college football game again, that is such huge news. And it'll be significant for sports gamers out there who are clamoring for college football to come back. Now, going back to the idea of putting college players in a video game has been in flux over the past several years, right? It's going through legal mumbo jumbo as we speak. Right now, EA Sports is moving forward without rosters that include the names, images, or likenesses of real college players, right? Which most gamers probably don't even care about, right? Just put another college football game out there. Gamers can customize these rosters on their own. They've been doing it for years with, NCAA Football 14 and with other, sports games out there like ESPN NFL 2K5. When they release EA Sports College Football, the idea of creating custom rosters, wouldn't be an issue. However, the company is probably hopeful that, whatever sort of legislation gets passed by Congress will allow for that to change in terms of being able to use real life college players in their game. But at this point, we have no idea or no clue what that legislation would look like and whether or not it would include group licensing, which would essentially allow EA Sports to negotiate with a group representing players to make that happen. However, this move or this announcement allows EA Sports to actually get back into this space and start, setting up shop and start kickstarting the process to give gamers the ability to eventually play a college football game that eventually includes real life college players. Now, the idea of EA Sports bringing back college football is huge. It's a huge sort of game changer for EA Sports, right? Because it has its fair share of fans, but it also has its fair share of haters, right? Due to the fact that Madden has been recycled year over year over year. It's been a stagnant franchise. So adding college football back to its list of franchises is going to be huge for them, right? On top of having FIFA and NHL, not having NBA Live anymore. Now it would be too early to predict, the type of sales this college football game would get once released. But if they were to follow the model of NCAA Football 14 and refresh that with, again, new logos, new uniforms, the recruiting process, refining that piece of the game, and offering, other modes in terms of like online play and maybe something similar to Madden Ultimate Team. I know some people may be against that, those who hate the transactional process of that mode. But giving the franchise a refresh, but keeping some of the core aspects of NCAA Football 14, by doing that, I think EA Sports will have a huge chance to be successful when this game eventually gets released, whether that's next year or the year after. Well, that's it for this episode of Sports Gamer Show. If you want to leave your thoughts on this news of EA Sports releasing a new college football game, make sure to do so in the comments there. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on all the socials. And of course, find me on Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network at Sports Gamer Show.